I want to give people some hope that it's okay to fall on your nose and fall and trip and just rumble around in the dirt, and then as long as you get on your feet at some point, just don't stay under the cover and in your bed. You have to get up, stand on your feet and get on.
Hi, I'm Maryanne Redpath, head of Berlinale Generation, and I'm looking forward to talking to the director Yngvild Sve Flikke, who made the film Ninjababy, which has been selected for Generation 14+. So welcome, Yngvild, to the Berlinale Meet Studio. It's a pleasure to meet you, and it's just my pleasure to also congratulate you on your really fantastically uplifting and heartfelt and warm film, Ninjababy.
Thank you.
My first question to you is to ask you in a few sentences, just few sentences, to explain what your film is about.
The story is about a young girl in her early 20s discovering she's pregnant too late to take an abortion, and she doesn't know who the father is, and she has never, being a mom has never been on her wish list. That's the story.
Har du masse preggo-test i blodet ditt?
Kom igjen.
Hvorfor er det det?
Tiss på den jævla pinnen.
Nei!
It's almost impossible to make a film all by yourself. So aesthetically, artistically, creatively speaking, who were your biggest allies and what did they contribute to the making of the film?
What you're saying is the reason why I make film. I love working with people. So every person was very, very important. But my biggest allies was, of course, Inga Setra, who have made the comic book. And she has also been the one person who has been on the project by my side from the very beginning to the very end of the, not in sound and everything else, but throughout the editing. She was animating in the room beside. And she has been there really all the time if I needed something. And it's been a very good collaboration. But then I must also bring in my photographer and my production designer, whom I've worked with before on my previous film, and we have all been a really good team of people who all kind of work as an organism, in a good way. Yeah, it's been very fun to work with this film.
Det er jo bare digg om jeg får rike foreldre, da. Du så det ene paret som satt her? Det er surdeigsbrød levert på døra hver morgen. Og sånn jeg skal starte band, ikke sant? De kommer jo til å kjøpe alt jeg trenger.
Men det er rasister.
Hvis noen var rasister der inne, så var det deg.
Kan ikke du bare holde kjeft?
Jeg tror bare du hater på dem, fordi du egentlig vil ha meg for deg selv, ja. Du vil være mamma min og se meg vokse opp til å bli Pikkjøses 2.0.
Fy faen. Vet du hva det eneste jeg vil? Det er å bli kvitt deg på en måte som ikke gir meg dårlig samvittighet resten av livet. Jeg har ikke tid til å ha barn. Jeg må skaffe meg et liv selv.
Nei, jeg vil ikke ha noe med deg å gjøre heller.
When and how did you discover the work of Inga Setra, her comic strips, her animations, and when did you make the decision that she's the one that is going to guide you and be with you through the Ninjababy film?
Well, I've known her stuff ever since they came out, and this comic book came out in 2011, and the idea for the movie I had when I did the sound mixing of women in oversized men's shirts, my previous film. And I wanted to make a film with more animation because I had a little bit of animation in that film, and I've done some before that for children, but I wanted to explore more of the animation. And I also wanted to make a film about the the feeling of being pregnant, the ambivalence, even though it's wanted or not wanted. So this book just popped up in my head, and I knew that she was an animator. I'd never worked with her before, but I just had to ask if she wanted. One of the first thing I had to ask her if that she wanted to, you know, open up her work for more exploration, because, you know, she had done the comic book, and we were supposed to do something else and bring it further. And in the book, the main character is 16, 17. In the film, she's older. So we did changes, but she's been on board all the time and been a very close and very important for this film and the aesthetics of the film.
I'm interested to know about the design of the Ninjababy. It must have been a tricky process in a way to get it to morph together with the live action that was happening, and also to get the design just right. Could you talk me through that process, please?
Oh yeah, Inga and I did a lot of work on how to combine these things the way we want, because we knew the attitude of the film, but we didn't know how to make it. So we were exploring how to make comic animation and emotional animation. And we were working a lot also on the scripts, how to finalize the script. And quite far out in the process, we got really good help from a scriptwriter called Johan Fasting, whom I worked on Home Ground, which is a series about football. So we knew each other, and he got everything that Inga and I had worked on, and it was actually him that came up with the character. You know, it was like a huge present for us in that time of the process, because when it came, we were just like, why didn't we think of that? And, you know, everything just solved so much, because all those inner emotions and a lot of the things can be presented through a character in a funny way, you know.
You could say it's really a woman's film. It's a film for women, not only in childbearing age, but around the childbearing age. And it's also very daring, because it's almost taboo to say, I don't want to have this baby. So I think that you're navigating into this area, which is incredible. Would you like to talk about your feeling towards this woman's right to choose issue?
It was very clear to us that it would be difficult to give her the choice of abortion. We wanted it to be a film that can raise many questions around motherhood. And we wanted to say something about how you kind of expected to change when becoming a mother, or expecting to change your attitude or your view on things. Showing this woman who is 23 and is in her most fertile age, being so resilient to having this baby, and she doesn't, you know, she's not ready at all. And why is it that way? You know, these are questions that I don't have an answer, but I think it's very interesting to see how we have arranged our society.
What were the qualities in this actress that really gelled for you in terms of how you wanted to portray this person in this film?
You know, there is some people just come out from the screen when you watch them on casting, and she was one of those. And she has a really presence, and she's playful, and she's also, you know, then when I met her, I was thinking that she also, because we really wanted to make a fun and playful movie about something very serious, and a bit crazy movie, kind of like, it's kind of odd. So I had to meet her to really just be in the room with her. You understand that she's just the right person for this role. And she's after I learned after a while that she's also an illustrator herself, and she draws. So for her, playing and holding a pencil is just normal. That's what she does when she's not an actress. So, and I really think she's she's just wonderful and wonderful to work with, and she's wonderful when you put the camera on her. And now I think after this was her first lead, and I think you're going to see more of her, because she has really some qualities that just is undescribable, but magic, you know?
Jeg vet at du liker å tegne, og du veldig flink til å tegne. Og jeg vet at hvis du vil, så kan en dag noe du har lagd stå på hylla på Outline og bety veldig mye for noen som leser det. Så vet jeg at du gravid da, i 7. eller 8. måned, og det sikkert litt dritt, men det ikke det første jeg tenker på når jeg ser deg. Det første jeg tenker på alltid, fy faen så pen du der. Hun der har hatt sex med.
Det blir jævlig kåt, det.
The special quality is also obvious in the optics of the setting that you have put this character into. I read somewhere that you went through a bottle of oil to make sure her hair was a little bit greasy and it was all a little bit grungy, like in real life, in order to convey the atmosphere that you wanted to convey.
Yeah, that was really something we worked very hard on, to have this gritty feel, and we wanted to show young people an unpolished world, because I think I have myself a daughter of 14, and you know, all this polished thing they see in the social media, and I think they need something to opposite of that, you know, you want to see a woman who doesn't shower every day, and a woman who smells kind of sweaty and walks like she wants, and she doesn't always think about how she looks. I really miss that for the young people to see, and I hope I'm very happy always when I see that in artists or anywhere, that yes, you're busy thinking of what you're doing, not how you're looking, you know?
Do you have any like words or a message which you would say to audiences, and what would you like audiences to take out of the film?
A big part of this film is also, for me, I want to give people some hope that it's okay to fall on your nose and fall and trip and you know, just rumble around in the dirt, and then as long as you get on your feet at some point, just don't stay under the cover and in your bed. You have to get up, stand on your feet and get on. And I also want for the young audience to say that this is something that you just have to deal with, because it's going to happen all your life.
Thank you very much for this talk. I look forward to continuing in person in June. It's going to happen. And let's take it from there. Fingers crossed. Absolutely. Thanks so much, Yngvild.
Yeah, thank you very much.